Good morning, class. The hobby today that I chose to talk about is video game streaming. Um, First off, I just want to let you guys know that if you see me deviating my eyes here to my left, it is merely because this is where I have my notes at. So video game streaming is something that I've kind of picked up in the last 3, 4 months or so. And what it is essentially I go live on a platform and I'm playing video games. 9 times out of 10, it's Call of Duty, and then people can come in and kind of watch, and I can interact with the community once I have one. And I kind of got into this because I've played video games for several years, and then I finally just kind of realized that I'm getting a little bit better at it, and streaming was something I wanted to try. So I dove into it. And as I was preparing to do it, and as I was diving in, I learned a couple of things. So here we go. The history behind it: video games have been around for a while. We have the old school games. Like in 1952, TikTok was created. Believe it or not, um, Odyssey was created in '68. Atari's video game console was in '77. Um, So I mean, we see as early as 1950s um, history talking about certain games being created. Um, but streaming didn't really come about until 2011. That's when people noticed that more and more people were getting into video games, and they decided that, hey, maybe we can make some money off of people watching us play. So they started it. Um, June of 2011 was when it it begun. And by July, Twitch, which we'll talk about here in a little bit, had over 8 million unique viewers, which means that people were just piling in to watch these other people play. Um, I do it just to kind of dip my toes in, um, messing with overlays and adding sound to my videos and stuff like that. I really do plan on creating more TikTok videos of gameplay, um, YouTube clips and stuff like that. Believe it or not, um, streaming can be something very lucrative. However, it's not something that happens overnight. Just like many things, it's not like you play the lottery, you win, and holy cow, you're a billionaire. No, it takes a lot of dedication, several years, um, and don't get me wrong, there are several people who are excellent streamers. They just they took time, you know. Um, so we'll talk about here the popularity of it. Um, Esports audience was expected to grow to 495 million people in 2020, and they estimated that every year that would go up 10.8%. Um, as technology becomes more prevalent, and also with the pandemic, that kind of gave a boost to the streaming industry. Um, I said that you can make a lot of money off of it. Some of the top streamers, they have crazy names. Ninja, he has 17 million followers, and his net worth is roughly 25 million. Tim the Tap Man, he has 5.8 million followers, and he's worth roughly about 8 million. Um, and then Nick Merckx, which is one of my favorite streamers. He's pretty awesome. He has 4.9 million followers, and he's estimated at 4 million. Um, but these numbers kind of fluctuate. It kind of depends on how you do in a day. So if you have a lot of viewers, if you have a lot of subscribers, supporters, um, then obviously you can make a lot more money than that. Um, there are several different things when it comes to clubs and organizations. There are several clubs out there. There's several, believe it or not, like actual teams. They have a Call of Duty league. I talk about a lot of Call of Duty because that's what I play. Um, so they have a lot of that. A couple of the big teams are 100 Thieves, which is based out of, I want to say, LA, if I'm not mistaken, and then FaZe Clan. FaZe Clan, every other year, they hold auditions or tryouts to try to get on to be a part of the team. And I'm actually working on hopefully trying to obtain a spot on FaZe Clan here. hopefully in the next year, if not the next couple of years. You can play a bunch of tourneys, a bunch of free tourneys, or uh, you can pay money as little as, $5 a player for your team, and then you guys get a $250 prize if you win. Or you could pay several thousands of dollars, and obviously with the higher buy-in, the higher the payout goes. So talking about cost, the thing about cost, it really depends on the player and really depends on the person. It depends if you're a PC player or if you're a console player. PC player, you want a very good laptop. If you're only using one laptop, excuse me, if you're only using one PC, then you're going to want a computer strong enough to handle whatever game that you're playing. It's graphics, so like Call of Duty is graphic intensive, so you want something that has um, a good graphics card, a very good graphics card, and memory and all that. But not only that, you also got to think if I'm using only one device, then I'm going to need a device that's strong enough to be able to stream as well as what record the gameplay. So it's very easily you'll drop 2,500 maybe $3,000 on a very solid computer. You can go with a lot less. You can start off very basic, but I've noticed a couple of my buddies that do play on PC. That's just kind of how they kind of started. For me, I'm a console player. I've played consoles my entire life, so I went with the Xbox Series X, which is the one that came out. I had to pay aftermarket for it, so I paid about $790. Um, the webcam, I have a Logitech C29 or C920, and that was about $80. I have a 27-inch monitor, curved monitor, and that was $290. That was the most expensive one because it was a gaming monitor and required certain specs. I also have a 29-inch ultra wide monitor, and that's just more for me to communicate with the chat and see what's kind of going on my page. RGB keyboard and wireless mouse. All it means RGB is that there's cool little lights that go around the sides. Um, so yeah, RGB keyboard and wireless mouse. And because I wasn't using a computer to game, I needed a computer to stream. So I got the 2019 MacBook Pro. It's spec'd out at 16 GB RAM, 1 TB storage space. It's an i9 processor. That was roughly about $2,100. So for my setup, oh, and before I forget, in order to capture gameplay and to live stream, you need this thing called a game card. So I went with the Elgato HD60S that I paid roughly about $100 for, as well as a wireless mic, Blue Yeti mic that I paid roughly about 90 for. So that's kind of what I got going on there. So for me, I dropped very easily $3,000, if not a little bit more. That doesn't include, the desk. I got a desk which was like $100, and then my chair was 500. So that's just kind of what I got going on there. Um, so yeah, thank you guys for watching, and hope you guys have a good day.